Write an equation for a circle if the endpoints of a diameter are 3, -3, and 1, 5. Okay, so everything right now is going to come crystal clear as why we studied 9.1. Because code for endpoints of a diameter means you're going to have to find the midpoint and the distance. Because the midpoint of these two endpoints would give you the center because it's a diameter, right? So if it's a diameter of a circle, you know, two endpoints, well, what's smack dab in the middle of the two endpoints? The center, which we're going to call the midpoint. So we're going to have to find the midpoint. And then if you find the distance and you divide it in half, what does that give you? The radius. So anytime they say, hey, we're giving you two endpoints of the diameter, in your head you think, oh, I'm going to have to find the midpoint and I'm going to have to find the distance. So let's do that right now. We're going to find the midpoint and the distance. So the midpoint, so we're looking for HK. So we're going to find the midpoint, which is 3 plus 1 divided by 2, -3 plus 5 divided by 2. What is 3 plus 1? 4. What is 4 divided by 2? So 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. What is -3 plus 5? 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So this is our center. Again, because they gave us two endpoints of a diameter, we know we have to find the midpoint because it's smack dab in the middle, which gives us the center. So this is our center. Now what we need to do is we need to find the length of that diameter so we can divide it in half. Because you guys, length is always going to go with distance, okay? So what is x2? What's x2 in here? 1. What's x1? 3. Plus, what is y1? Y2? 5. What is y1? And it's minus a negative, so it's going to be a plus 3. Again, why are we finding the distance? Because we need that distance of that diameter so we can take half of it to find the radius. Okay, what is 1 minus 3? So -2. We're going to square it. What is 5 plus 3? Okay. What's -2 squared? 4. What is 8 squared? What's 8 squared? 64. So our distance is 60, the square root of 68. This is why it's important that no decimals are used because of what we're going to do at the end. So we need to simplify 68, okay? So what goes into 68? 2 and 34. What goes into 34? 2 and 17. Do I have a pair of anything? So since I have a pair of 2's, that goes on the outside, and I'm left with the square root of 17. So, sorry, everyone at home. Okay. So 2 square roots of 17 is the length of my diameter. I want to find the length of my radius, okay? So how do I find the length of my radius? what am I going to do? So my radius is going to equal 2 square roots of 17 over 2, which equals square root of 17. X minus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals the square root of 17 squared, which my final answer is going to be x minus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 17. Anytime you square a square root, right? You square a square root, the square root sign comes off of it. Okay, let's quickly do number 5 and then we can start the quiz, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to graph this equation now, okay? So when you look at an equation, you have to decide what the center is and what the radius. Anytime you go to graph it, center and radius. So what is your center?
0, 0.
How do you know that's your center? Because it says x squared plus y squared. If there was a number, then that would be it. Since there's no numbers, our center is 0, 0. Okay, I need my radius. What is my radius? My radius is equal to the square root of 81, which is 9. So again, if you're at home, x squared plus y squared equals 81. I know my center is 0, 0 because it's x squared plus y squared. My radius, well, my radius squared is 81. So to find my radius, I take the square root of 81 and I get 9. So we're going to put a point in the smack dab of the middle of the graph, which is 0, 0. And then we're going to go this way 9. We're going to go this way 9. We're going to go down 9. And we're going to go to the right 9. Now, when you go to graph this, you're going to notice that there's no 9s on the graph. So just do the best you can. 7, 8. I'm going to put 9 up here. 7. I'm going to put 9 here. I'm going to put 9 here. I'm going to put 9 here. And then make your circle look kind of like a circle. Yeah, I can't draw very well. And so it should look like a circle. And that's how you graph a circle. Do you guys remember this from geometry a little bit?
Sadly,